Welcome to Pull the Pin Already, Frago Edition. I'm your host, Jim. There's something I really want to pull the pin on. These are difficult. Normally our show, we like to be funny and we like to add a little twist of humor somehow. Sometimes they're serious and sometimes they're not. But we're getting to the point where we all really need to have a serious conversation. Now, we did an episode about Civil War, and many of us veterans are very familiar with war and what that brings about. It's not a place you want to be. It's not a place you will enjoy. Most of the time, we don't even have the privilege of knowing what the other side thinks. Here in America, we have the opportunity to ask our opposition or whomever we feel threatened by why they believe what they believe. Why do you blindly follow people who tell you things? We have that opportunity, yet we're not doing that. Instead, we're screaming at each other, mostly behind the keyboard, and just telling each other they're liars, and we don't even listen to each other. We don't listen at all. I don't know what happened to the days when we were children and mom or dad told you to do something, and whether you said it verbally or not, because there might have been consequences for that, you always questioned it. Why? Why do I have to do that? Why? When did that stop? Does it stop when you're 18? Do you just blindly believe people? I mean, something inside of us is shutting out other opportunities or other possibilities. And that's what it's done. It's led to this point where we're at now. And the sad part is that people are okay with that. Not only are they okay with that, they're endorsing censorship and just shutting somebody up that they don't want to hear. Like, how do you know that you're not the one that's misled? How do you know? How will you ever know if you're being lied to and the lie just continues? How will you know? We need to hear other voices. We need to hear opposition. We need to hear people who think our ideas are not right, because it forces us to go back and reconsider our ideas. And if we go back and we think they're okay, they're sound, then we represent them and maybe have a different argument, have a different conversation. You just can't shut people out. I mean, how do you feel if you walk into work and everybody says, hey, what should we do? And you say, hey, I want to do this. And everybody just ignores you. Or even worse, says, no, you need to leave the meeting. How are you feeling right now? You're feeling like nobody cares about your opinion. Now, whether you're on Team Biden, Team Trump, Republican, Democrat, no matter what team you're on, you have to remember, you're not always right. And the other person's voice matters. And when you shut people out, when you literally take away their voice, what happens to them? What happens to you when that's happened to you? How do you feel? So you really want to push people into that corner? Do you really want to condone this? The hypocrisy is obvious. One group gets to say, hey, you did this to me. You need to do something about it. My cause is more important than anything in your life. And you celebrate it. And another group says, hey, you did this to me. What my cause is important, and you condemn it. I didn't tell you what those groups stood for. I didn't tell you who they were. Didn't tell you any of the details. I merely stripped away all that information and got to the facts. And yet you have two different outcomes. Why is that? You think you're right and they're wrong? Is that a possibility? It could be. But who are you? Who are you to say that? Now, granted, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I've fallen into this thing quite often myself. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend I don't do that. But I want to look you in the eye and I want to tell you, I realize I do that. I realize I need to be a better listener. I realize that the path we're on right now is a place I've seen, is a place I don't want to go. And I promise you, you're not going to like it either. You're not going to like it when we get there. So I'm just begging all of you. Sorry, it's a little more difficult I'd rather be funny and goofy and stupid even. This is a place where you're not going to like, I promise. If we don't wake up and stop thinking that everything we believe is right, everything we hear is right, and everyone else is wrong, then you're going to find it. You're going to find it at your front door. If somebody's voice is silenced today, it will be yours tomorrow. And don't think so that just because it's not you today that you're immune from this. No, you will be tomorrow, because it will shift. It always does. Anytime there's evil, there will always be a target. Always. And I'm not going to say that, my opinions aren't biased or I don't have a certain view, because that's misleading. But I am aware enough to know that I'm not always right. In fact, I'm probably hardly right. In fact, I'm probably making up half the details or just trusting someone blindly who's made up the details. Start asking why. Start considering these things. Start taking the time and putting yourself in their shoes. Their shoes. They have a real issue with something. And if you show no concern, why would you expect someone to give a damn about your issues? Why? You can always force it on people, but that doesn't work. We've seen that. You can't force people to see your side. You can't force people to care about your issues. And you're not going to get them to if you don't care about their issues. So I just want to plead to all you people out there, whether you're Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, whatever team you want to label yourself on, you need to stop. You need to stop this madness now. You need to stop thinking you're altruistic and you're right all the time and they're wrong. You need to stop. You need to start questioning yourself and questioning what you're hearing. You need to second guess your own beliefs. I'm sorry, but you need to do it. And I know it's a hypocritical thing because I'm sitting here telling you what to do. But I'm only telling you what to do because I see what's coming. And even though my days in the military are done, I know when it comes to the end, when we have no other course of resolution and violence becomes our only option, we're in a bad place. And I'll tell you this, I've seen it, I've trained for it, I'm prepared for it, and I don't want to go there. So I can only imagine what a majority of these people in this country who are not trained, prepared, or seen it are going to be experiencing if you allow it to get there. So I'm going to go ahead and end this rant, and I just want to pull the pin on this stuff. I want to pull the pin on everyone's behavior right now, on both sides. Violence is wrong, no matter what team you're on, no matter what the means are. The ends justify the means. Sorry, whatever. It aggravates me so much. It's even hard for me to talk about this stuff. I mean, I get it. The only way to sometimes we do need to resort to violence. I get it. I do get it. But that's a last resort. That's only when all other means are eliminated. All other means. Someone comes in my house to hurt my family, my children. Yes, I have a gun and I'm prepared to use it. But if I can tell him to get out and back him out of my house and reconsider his actions, I would rather do that. Have we done that? Or have we just told people, you're wrong, listen to me? Yeah, I think that's what we're all doing right now. And I think any of you out there who are celebrating censorship and belittling people and taking away their voice, you're not any superior moral being. You're a problem. You are part of the problem. And the only difference is you can't see it. Okay, I'm going to cut this here because I'm just going to start babbling now. People, just wake up. Wake up. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time. Pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.